Good morning, everybody, or afternoon. Welcome to the Friday Ramble. Woohoo! And I don't even know if this should be a galactic ramble or a political ramble. I think I'm going to have to ask some help. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Hello, everybody. I say both. Do both. Do both. Yeah. Okay. Because we got some things going on in the sky. So when I was doing some research on what to talk about, Elon Musk popped into the news. He's got a new rocket, big old rocket that's shooting up into space, and it's supposed to be one that is going to be one of the major components to the new space program, getting to the moon and beyond. And when I first read it, they were talking about it's going to be the first reusable rocket, and I saw reusable rocket fuel. And I went, well, okay, that's cool. But that's not what I read. So I'm like, yeah, okay. But maybe. I think that is in the future. Some dilithium crystals, perhaps. All right. The other thing I saw that was cool, there was a Chinese rocket that sent some communication satellite into near-Earth orbit, and on the way up, it got hit by lightning, and they have a picture of it. I'm like, what? I go, did it fry everything? I don't think it did. I think they're still using that they tested the communication satellite, and it's working. I didn't really read into it that much, so okay. So, what I want to talk about, I do have notes, but from my memory, a lot of stuff going on in the sky today. We have had Barbault Basket. Did it spill anything out? Lori, Sheila, and I talked about that just a little bit on Lori's channel when we did that show this week. And I was getting some emails from some other people that were talking about that. What does that really mean for us? Are we actually shifting into a new phase? Well, I've been saying it on this channel. Yes, we have been. We are opening up. And it depends. Some people are saying, oh, his predictions, Barbault's predictions, are not really accurate. Well, there is no light switch for we are now shifting, and it shifted and we can feel it. There is nothing that throw the switch and we get that. It is a tipping point where we go, we've reached the end of this road, and now we're on the downhill path to another road. And I think that is about us jumping into a more matriarchal society versus patriarchal. That's it in a nutshell. The other thing that we have going on, and we can all jump up and down and say, yay, Mercury retrograde is over by yesterday. And we're still in the shadow. So when is the shadow? I have it written. See, I do have notes. The shadow ends August 7th. So if you are really doing something that involves a lot of contract use, if you're going to be buying new technology, just really double, triple check all your work. Even though Mercury retrograde is over, that shadow is still affecting a lot of people. Mercury retrograde doesn't affect me that much, although it does affect me. So, all right. What else is going on? The beginning of Lionsgate Portal is starting next week. And this is a 888 energy. Wow, wow, wow. So, what do we want to manifest? Let's see. Let me just tap into this really, really quickly. The portal opens July 28th. August 8th is the peak. It's a double 8. But if you add the year and all the numbers together, that's another 8. And we're in a 1 year. So your head can start spinning with all this numerology. But being in a 1 year and being in 888 abundance, and what else does it say? Manifestation, intention setting, and personal power. So it also says this is a profound karmic balance time, kind of like Barbault Basket. This is a profound time with these stars in the sky aligning up. And again, I am not an astrologer. I just read what Google gives me and what Psychic Duck. Psychic Duck is another level of numerology and astrology. But nonetheless, so we get profound karmic balance. There is renewal and abundance. And the Leo energy amplifies courage. Oh, we can use some courage, especially in Congress. Oh, I get so... Anyway, moving on. Heart-centered leadership. Is that a thing? Heart-centered leadership? Wouldn't that be great? All right, and authentic self-expression, invisibility. How are we showing up? You and me. How are we doing that? Heart-centered leadership. Dang. I want some of that, please, in our government. Some of you know that, I talk to or have... when I talk to certain people who have this non-heart-centered leadership, yet they're in a leadership position, and they are talking about let's cut off aid for kids, USAID, etc. And they say because there's waste, and I go, why don't we fix the waste versus starving kids? And they go, no, that's wrong. Even Elon Musk said, yeah, he probably could have done it a little differently. And he kind of apologized. I got some more of that in my notes. Either way, yikes. 8 minutes. I haven't thrown a card, so let me throw some energy cards. And it feels it's more galactic energy. So the deck that I'm using, the first one that called to me is the Star Stream Oracle and the Star Seed Oracle. And so because of all this galactic energy that we're dealing with right now, Mercury retrograde ending, the Barbault Basket flipped upside down, and I don't know if it's flipped upside down, but bringing new awareness, new change, and then the Lionsgate portal coming up that we get to set our intentions where to go to. I thought these would be some good decks to look at. The first card that I pulled from the Star Stream Oracle, and I looked at that and I go, hey, that's not a star being card, that's Corn Goddess. And so it says here, gratitude, honor in every sacred creation. So my mind went, oh my gosh, what did we create in this 3D world that we're living in now? And We have to have gratitude for it, for what we're seeing, the chaos and the non-heart-centered leadership. And I flip that and I go, yeah, because we are able now to see what really needs to be fixed, what we really don't want. It's so in our face what we don't want. And what we do want is heart-centered leadership, where people are taking care of, the leaders are taking care of the people, not just themselves. So I'm thinking, okay, then I look at the card a little closer. We have the Wolf clan up here. This card is about the Wolf Shamans, and the Wolf Shamans came from the star cluster. Where is it? Sirius. I'm like, uh-oh. This Lionsgate portal is about the Sirius star system. Something going on here. So, Corn Mother is bringing abundance to everything, and bringing, she is talking about the, and again, I'm not a Corn Mother expert. I need to get Alice in here to talk about Corn Mother. But it's all about cyclical abundance. You know, the harvest, the corn, how you prepare it, how you save it for times of non-abundance, so we still have food to eat. So this is like a really special time. Then I used the Star Seed Oracle deck. These two popped out, and I said, are those the ones that I need to pull? Then I pulled one extra, and here's what it is called. I love looking at this. Walking through the door, walking through that portal energy. It says, time to step it up. So many of us, I keep saying this over and over and over. I'm a broken record, and it's to me, as well as to a lot of us watching, it's time to step it up. It's time to share our gifts. And here we get, your life is a canvas. Very cool. Artist manifestation, creative accountability. Wow, I don't even want to get into the creative accountability. I just want to look at the artist in the canvas. So a lot of the things that we have done in our lives is who we are now. And it's all leading to something. The good and the bad. The good, you go, oh man, that wasn't right. But now we know that really wasn't right. So we get to not repeat that if we choose to. The last card I pulled, which I'm glad I did, because it is, you're part of a team, call in support, and it's Star Family. And this, when I first pulled it, I go, boom, it's the portal energy. But when I looked at it a little closer, it's the star beings coming out of the portal energy, calling in that support. Wow. Very cool. So, all this energy that's popping in is bringing us abundance, bringing us change. Right now, we may not see that change, but we feel it. We feel that this is not sustainable where we're going. Things are fracturing and fracting. Oh my God, Chaco Canyon is in the news. I put something up on my community page. And you can do some more searches on this. But the Pumpkinhead administration is trying to take sacred sites and turning them into oil fields or uranium mines or whatever. You know, it's just ridiculous. When I first started this channel, we were talking about Oak Flats in Arizona, where the Rio Tinto mine wanted to go in there and mine copper. And we got it stopped, and then I'm not really sure where it is right now because Pumpkinhead started it again, I think. I need to double check that. But Chaco Canyon, I visit, and I've done a video on Chaco Canyon. I went to visit Chaco Canyon, and for those of you who have been to Chaco Canyon, did you lose any feelings getting there? It's 2 hours of washboard road. And when I went, I guess it was last year, they had just graded the road. So it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bouncy. But just amazing. Amazing place. And the administration wants to take away the protection so that they can drill oil. There is a period of public comment, and I think it's going to end really soon, maybe today or this week. So I put a link into my community page where you can go and access that information, and you can say no, and you can say I don't want it, or you can say you do want it. It just bothers me so much that we steal indigenous lands and we steal their culture and rob them of all of that. And then we go, okay, now we're going to give you this land for yourself and you can do your thing. And then we go, nah, Taco, we're taking it back. We're going to do something different with it. When are we going to actually honor our word, our verbal promises? It's not a question I'm going to read on, but it is coming, I think. I do see us like saying if we say something, then we're going to have to honor that down the road. I think that is showing up. Okay. Yeah, it's just mind-boggling. I've been doing a lot of research on the Hopi peoples and reading different articles and trying to get a sense of what is true and what isn't true. What is true, though, is our government has broken their promises hundreds of times to the indigenous peoples here. And it's just not in the U.S., it's all over the world. And it's a shame because they have the interconnectedness thought of it all, where we think that we are just separate units that deserve a chicken in every pot or something. Okay. All right. I'm going to hit pause and we're going to look at some politics now. So for those who don't want politics, we may go into a little galactic before. So see where this goes. But for now, politics. Thank you for joining for just the galactic info. Hang on. Okay, here we go. So looking at my notes, one of the things with Mercury retrograde that ended, Susan Allen, LLC, she's got a website, and I connected with her last year to do a retreat down in Julian, and she is setting up another retreat in Lake Tahoe in September. I'm going to put it up on my website, and I'll have a link below where you can email her for the information. It is, do I have the date? September 18th, 19th? I'll post it below. And this is just reconnecting with nature, tapping into your intuition. She does a beautiful retreat So I will be there along with 4 or 5 other facilitators doing different things. My younger brother's also going to be there. So for those of you who joined us in Shasta and know the energy that Billy and I bring into the circle, because he's crazy powerful, really good. So look below that. All right, so one of the things, I don't know where to begin because it is so crazy right now. Is it the Iran war? Is it oil prices shooting up over, they were like at $80 and then they hit over 100 and now they're back down into the high 80s. Is that gonna shake up the MAGA faithful and go, what the hell are you doing? He has created more destruction on the planet. He's shot missiles into what, 7 or 8 different countries now? Somebody needs to give him a peace prize or a piece of prison. Did I just say that? Yeah. So, I don't know. So is it the Iran war? Is it giving MBS, that fine human specimen, the ability to create nuclear power, which could easily give him the technology to enrich that power to a bomb? So now we have more bombs everywhere? Oh my gosh. Let's just look at that because I keep seeing, are we in a nuclear taco? So Trump, he wanted to do this in 2016 to give Saudi Arabia the ability to create nuclear civilian power, nuclear power plants. And Trump wants to expand that all over the U.S. as well. And so Saudi Arabia has also said that if Iran gets a nuclear weapon, we're going to get one too. So Westinghouse is going to be a huge part of this. How many of Trump's kids have invested in Westinghouse 2 or 3 days ago? A lot. I don't know. I haven't looked. But it feels to me that we are promoting old technology, right? Promoting drill baby drill, old technology, nuclear power, old technology, although I hear in my inner voice that the nuclear power isn't the issue so much as the waste. We're going to figure that out, but we're going to adjust that fusion energy so that it's cleaner. And it goes back to that Elon Musk thing with his rocket, where they're going to have a completely reusable rocket, and I thought it was completely reusable rocket fuel. So let's just look at the Saudi Arabia and what is it that we need to know besides the grift, because we know that that is in play. For the safety of the planet, what is this going to do? Us giving Saudi Arabia the ability to have a nuclear reactor for power. I'm going to drop this down. I already did. So, is it going to jump into weapon grade? Is it going to create more atomic weapons? Is the intended, stated purpose gonna get out of control, or is it gonna be a Tahoe nuclear power? Justice. Balance. I look at the scales of justice, and it looks like there's fire coming out of them, like there is nuclear fission in here. Even though she's on top of water, it also looks like it's cold water, like a nuclear winter. Suspension. Taco. Yay, yay, yay. So far. We have the Page of Swords. Is this a new conflict that will arise that may... Well, we'll just see where that goes. There's a lot of people against this that are speaking up, that will speak up. I don't know if it's just the U.S., it may be the world that is going to be speaking up. And we get the Page of Wands. So here we have the Pages of Swords, Page of Action, new action being set up, coming to fruition. And it is being challenged in the north with information, with new information, with a new passion information. Seven of Swords. Sneaking into somebody's camp, stealing their defenses, leaving them with something, but taking the majority of their weapons, their ideas. Is this another country coming into the U.S. to take our knowledge and our technology? It feels to me like our technology is being siphoned off, and we are, what we think we have, we no longer have. The knowledge, the wherewithal, the technology. It's not really ours anymore. We are laggards in that. We have the Two of Wands. This is something coming to fruition. And it feels like it's two different ideas coming to fruition. With the Saudi Arabia getting a nuclear reactor for power. Okay, so it feels like they're going to take that technology that they get for power and turn it into something that may not be. New emotional start, new financial start, new project. Hopes and fears. Another page. Another page. Page of Pentacles. Interesting that we get the 3 pages here. The beginnings of the court cards. So this is the beginning of mastery of something. I mean, this feels like what we were talking about in the beginning of the video, was something new is coming. And it involves, so far, swords, wands, and coins. Air, fire, earth. And the final outcome of what is this? Is this going to be a Tahoe nuclear deal? What do we need to know about this? The Empress. Now that could be Russia. That could also be a new way of looking at things. It could be abundance. It could be bringing abundance to the Saudi Arabia so that they have a more reliable power system. Or it could be not such good news. Wow. The Tower. Things falling apart. Destruction, being shaken to the core. Interesting. And then the Ten of Cups. So the clarity cards, the clarifying cards that I get with this Tower moment, I mean, get with this Empress, with this abundance, with these new beginnings and things in working together. They're not going to. That is the intention, but that's really not going to happen. But then you get the Ten of Cups, family, and it goes back into some kind of comfort level. When I look at this spread, if I was to be advising Saudi Arabia what to expect from this deal, it's that we're still in Mercury retrograde shadow. So you're still feeling that back and forth. And when you're dealing with technology such as nuclear fusion, you better double check everything, because there's something in here that is not what it appears to be. When we get the Hanged Man, we're going to be needing to look at things from a different point of view. We may give you the plans and the know-how, but then something's going to happen that you, Saudi Arabia, need to look at from a different perspective, because maybe your magnetic poles or whatever are not going to be in alignment with this nuclear power. I don't know why I said that. I don't know what that means. But there's something, look at, and here are these two forces as well. When I said that, I'm like, oh, look at the Two of Wands. They're not at a crossroads. They're standing up straight, and there's forces in between these two things that they're going to have to manage and figure out. And I think they will, but they got that Tower moment is something big. So is this Tower moment that we just saw there, is that a world concern? Is the Tower moment that we looked at a concern for the world? I mean, are we looking at nuclear weapons all over the world? We have enough that we can share. If we want to blow up the world, let's have Russia, Empress, give some nuclear weapons to Saudi Arabia, and then we can give nuclear weapons to Iran. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was just being a little silly. Everybody gets a nuke. And there, okay, squirrel moment. So there is that line of thinking, which is bizarre. If everybody has nukes, then we wouldn't be attacking people. Why not? Because they have nukes. Is this going to create 3 cards? Yes or no? Is this going to create a environment so that more countries have nuclear weapons? The question is so stupid. We are trying to prevent Iran from having nuclear weapons according to Pumpkinhead logic. And now we're giving MBS the capability to have nuclear weapons according to Jared Kushner. Okay, is this going to bring about more nuclear weapons? we get the Five of Cups, sorrow, loss, emotional loss. We get the King of Swords, which is a yes card for me. And then we get retreat in battle, sickness, illness. I don't like the 5 and 4 of Swords cards, the 5 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Even though those are relatively no cards, they're illness cards, they're sorrow cards. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, can you please take me along for a ride? Gene Clark. Should I use my sci-fi tarot? Okay, let's see what else I want to read on. I don't want to stay on that for too long. I am going to stay on it because I have a whole bunch of things that I wrote on it. So Wall Street Journal broke that Trump has approved a landmark 30-year deal to provide Saudi Arabia with a civilian nuclear program. A 30-year deal. I think it's going to be paused a little bit. And the thing with all of this stuff that Pumpkinhead is doing is that it can be reversed really easy with the new administration. Vote and vote early. But there's certain things that will do irreparable harm to the planet, i.e. Chaco Canyon drilling, destroying cultural sites, bad. So, yeah. Okay. Here's what I did want to read on from my notes. What is the direction of nuclear energy as we understand it today? Will our current tech take a large leap forward? That's what I want to look at. And I am going to be using my sci-fi tarot. This is kind of a galactic-ish thing. Sci-fi tarot. Thank you, thank you. What is going on with our nuclear technology? How did I phrase that? I thought it was pretty good. What is the direction of nuclear energy? And the nuclear energy as we understand it today, is it going to go through a transformation process? I mean, I hear yes, 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 because there's so much information that we're gleaning from this. This is one of the things that AI may be able to help with. And then we may be asking for our star family, bring in those energies to help us out. Remember the first card I got? Call in your star team. Ask for help. So we can ask for help in this new energy field that we're going to be, I think, receiving, developing, manifesting. What do we need to know about the current state of nuclear power? Will it change? What can you tell us about this power system in the near future? Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. Hey, Mr. Spaceman, we would like to give you a new energy fusion. And it's not just to the U.S. Y'all think you're so damn smart. Hey, space people, give it to Canada. Let them give us a tariff. So sorry, Canada. I am so sorry. I'm going to get to that in a little bit, too, because I think Pumpkinhead just flipped Susan Collins, and she is out. We read on this on Lori's show with Sheila, and all three of us got horrible cards for Troy Jackson. Go, what the hell? But something happened, and I think it was Pumpkinhead giving another huge tariff to Canada. At first I read 50%, and then today in the paper I read 12.5%. But as we go into winter, Trump is tariffing hockey sticks. He's talking about Maine and hockey. Now they have no hockey sticks to play hockey with. Oh, bad news. And that's just a micro comment, because it's a lot more than that. I'm going to get into that a little bit. It was an astounding act of charity that would change history. What is the future for this type of energy fuel? And I said, bring in our soul family. We got it. They are saying, we're going to bring you something. Let me drop this down so you guys can play along. What is the challenge here? The Four of Pentacles. The hoarded secrets. We already have it. We already have it. They already gave it to us, but we're hoarding this information. Okay. Is it going to come out, right? Eight of Cups. Escaping galactic law. This is leaving, this is escaping to find oneself. Is it going to come out? Look at all those nuclear reactors. Is it going to come out? In the past, we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Jetsons living happily ever after with Rosie and their dog. Come on now. I know some of you said it. Astro. Their boy, Elroy. And who was their daughter? Jane. Okay. So in the past, we had this, oh, we're going to do this nuclear fusion. It's the wave of the future. We've got this. We got it from, I know exactly where we got it from, physically, 3D thing, because I am from St. Louis, and that's where we stored a whole bunch of nuclear waste. But it was all really happy. No, we got this. We're just going to bury it. It's going to be good. Everything's good. That's in the past. At the top of the reading, we get the Nine of Swords, the nightmare in space. Exactly. Anybody looking in Kirkwood, Missouri knows about the nightmare in space. These toxic dumps that are underneath our cities. And it's a nightmare. How do we deal with this? What is the future of nuclear power? Is it going to shift? Is it going to change? Is it going to evolve? I'm saying we already have the keys, but they're being hidden from us by the government. For entertainment purposes only. And because I'm talking about it, it's a double dose of entertainment only. Okay. Potential near future. So far we got the nightmare, we got the hoarding, we got the escape. It's kind of leaking out. Oh, really? We get the Queen of Cups. And it says here, she holds the lotus in the palm of her hand. Okay, that's not what it says. She holds life in the palm of her hands. The Queen of Cups. Good card for the potential near future of this, because this is the divine feminine energy in it. This is the matriarchal energy that comes into play that is going to bring a little bit more balance. It's not going to be used so much for just raw masculine power, but it is going to be used for the feminine power of abundance and this Ten of Cups energy. Internal is the Lover's card. Okay, and external influences are the Six of Cups, going back to a simpler time. What's this Lover's card about? So, when I ask, what is this Lover's card about in the internal position with this information that is or is not coming to fruition on nuclear power, I go back to calling in our star family. They are part of our soul team. They are part of who we are. And so, do they hate us down here? Well, some of us up there are saying, you guys are messing up, but there is still that love. Our angels, our guides, yes. Going back to a simpler time where we don't need all that. And hopes and fears are standing on the precipice. The Three of Wands. I've been talking about this the whole video and beyond in the past. We are standing on the precipice. And we get the Hanged Man. Yikes. This says, abused, scorned, and forsaken. Was he a madman or a prophet? Oh my gosh, I was reading Elon Musk and his predictions. And we'll talk a little bit later on that. The Hanged Man. There's going to be some information that's coming that we need to take another look from. I mean, Saudi Arabia got that same card too. We need to look at things from a different point of view. From a world view, we're playing again the Two of Wands, different Two of Wands than in the other deck, but it's like we're playing marbles, and you guys have to up your game by looking at things from a different point of view. This is not a game that someone appears to be playing. Wow, Two of Wands and then the Two of Cups. Tapping into the energies of power, fusion, and for the betterment of heart-centered leadership. So as I look at this and go, okay, put it in a little container here, put it in life, put it in a test tube so that we all can understand it. It feels like there is something new that is going to be coming out. We already have the information, as a lot of you guys have said in the past of these videos. Now it's time to take it out, dust it off, look at it, and it feels like that the way that it is going to come out is when we have a matriarchal leadership, where the leadership is about where everything is connected. Goes back to the very first card, Corn Maiden, Corn Mother, where she is looking at heart-centered leadership. All right. Real quick, I was looking at that one card where it said something about the predictions. Is he a madman or a prophet? So this was something that I was Googling, and I didn't really intend to go there because I want to get to Maine, because Maine's important. It's a seat that is easily taken away from Susan Collins. And I think about John Fetterman. Oh my God. I don't know why he just popped into my head, but he voted for us continuing to bomb Iran and not have not give Congress any control on what Pumpkinhead is doing over there. What is wrong with that? I mean, if somebody has a major stroke, do you think that they should be in charge of our government? I.e. Mitch McConnell, i.e. John Fetterman. Do you think that they should have... Now, my sister has had a major stroke. She's functioning pretty well, but I don't want her controlling my finances. I mean, there's a time where you need to step back and you go, you know what? I need to take care of myself. Whew. Fetterman. Oh. Okay, Musk. So, real quick, I'm not going to read on him, but he was saying he was on a podcast, a very balanced podcast, Katie Miller's, and that his wrecking ball approach to the federal government had only been partially successful, and that given the opportunity, he probably wouldn't do it again. Okay, the thing that is interesting in that sentence, probably, okay, but talking to the Economist magazine or podcast, whatever it is, he appeared to relish the attention of his political involvement that his political involvement had garnered and his predictions. So that took me down a rabbit hole, and I got to the Cassandra predictions, and Cassandra was blessed with the gift of prophecy, but cursed never to be believed. So, Musk is a prolific but unreliable forecaster. And you can look this up on Google. It's kind of fun because it gives stats on all his predictions and how good they were, like the Boring Company. Bad. Didn't come true. Self-driving vehicles, Tesla, bad. Didn't come true. Anyway, he's got a 16% chance that his predictions come true. Now, a clock has better predictability because it's right twice a day, no matter what. All right. It said calibration matters when it comes to making predictions. Here we go. To be a good predictor, your confidence in your accuracy should rise together. I don't know. It was a really fun rabbit hole. All right. 53 minutes. I talked about this before. And I think it is still true. And I know Linda G talks about this. And I think we're getting closer. A senior Navy official, Brandon Newsom, was suspended and placed on administrative leave following an undercover video by some right-wing activist, podcaster, reporter. And in that report, and there's video footage, Newsom criticized President Pumpkinhead and vowed to reverse Pentagon's actions after the administration was over. There are more people in the administration that are going, no. And they're starting to see the craziness of all this. Or I will read on that one more time before I get into Maine. What is going on? What is going on with the military? I mean, even a judge today said, hey, Kegseth, you're talking about giving hormone replacement therapy, testosterone, to your low T guys. But isn't that the same thing that you are banning with your trans members? And she goes, you need to explain yourself. They lose. Whenever they get in front of the courts, they lose, except the Supreme Court, which isn't very supreme. The lowly court, the lowly S court. And then I go, S, what does S stands for? Shh, I'm not going to say it. Psychic just said shit. What? I didn't say it, Psychic Duck did. The S court. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. What's the military doing behind the scenes? Are they, I'm going to drop this down, are they behind Kegseth? Are they behind this regime? Are they watching their soldiers, the leadership? Are they watching their soldiers, their team that's underneath them, who are being misrepresented as wounded, not being recognized as for their sacrifice, i.e. the death of them? What's going on underneath? What's going on underneath the water of the U.S. military? Well, the Ten of Cups brings us comfort knowing that we are somewhat protected. We have the Death card, Death, Rebirth. There's something new coming. Four of Wands, celebration with the new administration that's coming in. In the past, they're shining the light, but they're staying out of the limelight. They're like off into their own hermit land. At the top of the reading, they're moving on to calmer waters, navigating the swords that have been placed there, the obstacles, and the potential near future is the Two of Wands. Something coming to fruition with justice internally and externally is the complete moral loss of the Five of Pentacles. The loss of money, maybe. But in the Rider-Waite, this is just, you could go into the church and get warm. They don't. Moral loss, complete moral loss. Hopes and fears are that they will be able to come together. I'm hoping, yes. Different colors, different people, different people fighting for the same cause, and fighting isn't loving for the same cause. And then we get judgment. What's going on behind the scenes? New beginning with judgment. The world has is a player in this as well. And then we get the Knight of Wands, passionate, coming forth, bringing forth some new ideas. Yeah, I think I think that when things change, when things flip, justice is coming with judgment, and I think the world has a big say in this too. So it's not going to be forever. I wish I could bring a time frame with this. Keep dreaming what you want. We did a video with Gail on my other channel about dreaming your healing DNA into place. The hidden healing DNA that we forgot we had from our ancient future, and bringing it back into our forefront. And that was really cool. And it's just another reminder that we get to dream our world and being. If we're staying in fear, we're adding more fear. If we say, you know what, I want this to change, imagine the change. Okay, enough of the preaching. Let's look at Maine. Trump's tariffs. So a couple of things. We got crappy cards with Sheila and Lori and I on Troy Jackson. But then Pumpkinhead and Heather Cox Richardson from Maine said that Mainers don't like to change. They like things to stay the same, which is why Collins may have an upper hand there. However, they're looking at what Collins did. They're looking at what she goes along with ICE and a killing up there from ICE. The tariffs to Canada, because Maine is right next to Canada. They're a partner up there. And Mainers, they don't like people mucking with them, with an M. So did Trump just mess up, I was going to say screw, Collins' chances? The chances that she had, did he just hurt her? Let's look at Collins. Will she be in the Senate? Do you have to be sworn in again? I think so. But will she be in the Senate next year? Will she be in the Senate? Collins, will she be in the Senate next year? Knight of Cups. She's going to come across as the knight in shining armor. False knight. Two of Wands. There's a decision to be made. Susan Collins. She's upside down as the hanged man. Mainers are taking a look at things from a different point of view. Two of Pentacles. Juggling finances. She's got a ton of money. So is she juggling finances? Or is she going to get caught up in a financial thing? She's got the big stick coming at her. There's some big news coming out with Susan Collins. It's like Bam Bam card, the Ace of Wands. And then secrets. She's got some secrets that are going to come out. You wouldn't think that she would so much because she's old as dirt in the Senate. So all the secrets should have been there. Internally, boom, things coming out fast. And is she the high priestess that's going to magically shift things around? External position, nightmarish. She's a little feared for it. We all are. We don't want her in there again. Hopes and fears is that she can steal this election, figuratively and literally. And then she has the karmic wheel of fortune. I think her time is up. What is it? What did you guys get when you first heard the karmic wheel of fortune show up in the final position? I mean, I took a bunch of hopium this morning, as I normally do, so I could be a little skewed on this. A little clarifier on this karmic wheel. Six of coins, giving and receiving. This looks like a balancing. It looks like balancing the scale of justice and defending oneself. It feels like she's going to be caught up in a scandal with finances. And she's going to have to somehow defend herself. But she's got this high priestess energy that she can maybe do a spell and make things happen. But the Wheel of Fortune could also be she's paying somebody off to get in there. I don't think the cards really said if she's going to be in there or not. My hopium leads towards not. Let's look at Troy Jackson again, and then we're going to stick forks in me, because I'll be done. All right, Troy Jackson, Maine. Troy Jackson, Maine. I'm just going to do 6. What is the energy for... No, I'll do a full spread. What are you doing? Are you going to win? Troy Jackson. Let me drop this down so you guys see that I'm not cheating. Threw a couple of hopium cards in the right position. Troy Jackson. New beginning. Oh, can I just stay with this, please? New emotional start. Not a new emotional start, new project, new path forward. It's being challenged by the 7 of Swords, this steel. Oh, man. Susan Collins, is she part of this stealing energy? Is she part of the theft of this? I wouldn't think she would be, but then again, I wouldn't think that she would put Kavanaugh in there. I wouldn't think that she would vote, in alignment with Pumpkinhead. So, yeah, I think she is. Even though I'm like, it's my hopium that's making me question that card. She's part of the steal. News coming out really fast. Here's the 3 of coins in the past. I don't know if Russia's going to be so into the manipulation of votes. But that was in the past. So they were in the past. At the top of the reading, we have the King of Wands, bringing forth new information. That could be him, too. And this could be a worldly king, so information coming from the world. But he was head of the Democratic Senate in Maine. So, and then we got the Magician turning things around, sleight of hands. Starting on a new journey. The Fool. Is he going to be in the Senate? Emperor. It feels like a yes. Queen of Coins. Hopes and fears that he has the money, that he can keep going with this. The fear is he doesn't get enough money. The hope is he does get enough money. I'm hoping that's not a Susan Collins thing where she has so much money and access to so much money. Especially when the Supreme Court said that the Republican Party can give to candidates. Final outcome, the hard work of the 8 of Coins, the diligency, the loss, sadness, and the Lovers. Is that MAGA? Is that MAGA? What is... I'm gonna pull some clarity on that. Is that MAGA, this Lovers card, or is it the Maine that is going to... What is this 5 of Cups about? What is the loss? What is the... It's the sorrow. What's the 5 of Cups about? Circles of support, celebration. Tower moment. And the Knight of Swords. just feels, I don't know, gosh dang it. I wish that, it feels like they're going to steal the election from again. They think that he's winning. They think it's going to be good. It's going to be challenged with this Knight of Swords. But it just feels like it just crumbles down again. Vote early. Support your candidates. Vote early. Pay attention to the voters. Support your election officials. Okay, as we leave. Yikes, I'm doing a little long video today. As we leave. Let's do Psychic Duck. You got anything you want to say? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your weekend. And as we leave, hang in there. Be strong. You're stronger than we think we are, because I get all sad with that last reading. We are stronger than we think. We have new beginnings coming. We have abundance. Goes back to the very first card, Corn Maiden, Corn Mother. Be grateful for all the abundance we have, and we have new information coming our way with the Page of Wands. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all. Peace and love.